Hi guys, welcome to today's Yoga Pro Wheel class. So what you will need for this class is your Yoga Pro Wheel, your bar, and your yoga wedges. Let me get mine. Alright, have my wedges. Now, you may or may not want your puppy. I think mine is planning on being good today. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, so go ahead and place your wedge at the edge of the mat. And we'll come to the back of the mat holding onto the wheel. All right, so feet hip width apart. Roll the shoulder blades back. Grab hold of the bar pretty close to the center, leaving about maybe an inch or two from the middle to your hands. All right, lifting the chest, squeezing the quadriceps, tip from the waist, nice flat back, straighten the arms, and see if you can make your way down to the ground. All right, we're gonna stay here in a nice forward fold. So I want you to bring the arms out straight, drop the head through, and just hang really heavy here. Shake the head out. Now my hamstrings are super tight, so if your hamstrings are tight, just bend the knees, all right? And staying here, stretching out the shoulders. If your hamstrings are loose, you can feel free to straighten the legs. See how mine kind of shaking a little bit? So I'm not quite ready to straighten the legs yet. Now, roll up one vertebrae at a time. So pull the wheel back in, suck in your navel to your spine, chin to chest, roll all the way up, lifting the chest. Tipping from the waist again. Find the ground, bend the knees if you need to, straighten the arms, drop the head. Good. Inhale, suck the belly in and roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Last thing to come up is the top of the head, roll the shoulder blades back. One more. Tip forward with a flat back, straighten the arms, find the ground, bend the knees if you need to, and drop the head through. Rolling up, one vertebrae at a time, draw the navel into the spine, roll the shoulder blades back, lift the chest. Taking us into our sun salutation. So you have your wedge at the edge of the mat. We're gonna come forward, find the ground, lock the arms, squeeze the bar, come to the toes. You can always drop down to the knees. Then slowly lower, find the wedge, place it into the wheel. And then we'll just do a little baby cobra release, not too intense here. Tuck the toes, pushing a downward dog. Now this seems difficult, but I think you can do it. We're gonna tuck the toes into the ground. So really squeeze the toes, then use your hamstrings. Core engage, roll yourself back up to standing. Roll the shoulder blades back. So we tip from the waist, they flat back, chest forward, arms straight, take it out, find the wedge, lower down, little baby cobra. So resting the wheel right on your sternum, stretching out the front of your body there, tucking the toes, downward dog. Lifting the tailbone, flatten the back, dig your toes in, use your core, pull yourself up. Roll the shoulder blades back. Again, tipping forward, find the ground, straighten the arms. Lower down, getting a little bit warmer. Tuck the toes, downward dog, and we'll just hang out here for a minute. We're going to take this into some ab rolling. So you might want to roll up the edge of your mat. If it bothers your knees, to place them on a hard surface. This can be done on carpet. However, it's very challenging on carpet, okay? So remove the wedge on the knees. Hold on to the bar. We're going to take the wheel out as far as you can and pull it back in. We'll do 10 of these. 9. Equal pressure through both arms. 8. 7, keep the core nice and engaged. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. You're going to take it all the way down to the ground. So bring it out, come it down, and forehead can go down to the mat. All right, feet are going to stay planted. You're going to draw your navel in, squeeze those handlebars, lift the chest, look forward, and you're going to use your back to pull it in for 10. Bring it out, So your stomach, try to keep it in the whole time so that the navel is pulling into the spine. 9, 8, elbows in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Place your chest or sternum on the wheel. Roll the shoulder blades back. Breathe. Grab the wedge. Place it in the wheel there. We'll tuck the toes and push into downward facing dog. And just shake it out. Go ahead and step your right leg close to the wheel. Turn your back foot out so that it's parallel with the edge of your yoga mat. Then place your hand on the wheel. Straighten that right leg so it's heel to arch alignment. Lift your chest, reach up and hold. Take a nice deep breath in and out, pressing through the base of your big right toe and squeezing your quadricep. One more breath. Good, we're gonna rotate down, bend the knee, grab the handlebars at the same time, step back, lower down, baby cobra, downward dog. Left side, step it in, triangle or trikonasana, lift up, squeeze that left quadricep, press into the base of the big toe, reach up through that extended hand, breathe. Also now, bring it down, grab the handlebars at the same time, step back, lower down, baby cobra. Good. Remove the wedge. Go ahead and sink back into child's pose. Forehead down. Keeping the arms nice and straight. We're gonna come forward into puppy pose. So depending on your shoulder flexibility, it might look like this. It might even be like this. See if you can keep sinking down, eye gaze on the wheel. Chin, chest down if possible. And you can do a little dynamic movement here. Moving back and forth. Great. And roll it in, roll it between the legs, and come onto your back. Let's take the wheel and bring it to the mid, low back area. And then slowly start some gentle spine rolling. So I like to hold on to the back of my head, supporting my neck, opening up my shoulder blades. I'll roll all the way up and down. Nice spine. And just some gentle breathing. All the way up and down. I would encourage you guys to do this every day for at least 5 minutes. Come all the way down to the tail, back up to the neck. And then we'll grab the wheel by the handlebars and open up the chest. So pulling the elbows in, thumbs to the inside of the wheel. Press into the handlebars, squeeze through your upper back, elbows in, and see if you can sink your bottom down and just gaze forward. If you're super tight in the shoulders, this might be really, really hard for you. And you might want to hold a little bit wider, okay? So if the chest is really tight, you'll probably do more of an internal rotation. So really try to squeeze the elbows together and walk the hands a little bit closer, holding here. Good. Now walk it down to the mid-back, mid-low back, and then let's lay on the top of the head, keeping the knees bent. Here. If that bothers you, that's too intense, you can always take a yoga wedge to the top of your head. so that it's not so intense. The neural pathways in your brain. Let go of all and any negative thinking. And then slowly, we're going to roll back down. Try to see if we can hook now with the elbows underneath the bar, lifting the chest, sinking down forward, really opening up through the mid, back, upper back. Okay, so it's up to you. If the neck is okay, you can come to the top of the head, keeping the knees bent. And just stay here and breathe. So it might be really, really intense. Just breathe through it. And then slowly, we're going to roll back down. Try to see if we can hook now with the elbows underneath the bar, lifting the chest, sinking down, eye gaze forward, really opening up through the mid, back, upper back. Awesome. Gently release. We're going to take the wheel to the low back and see if we can lay on the back of the neck. So your ponytail, you might want to take it out if it feels okay. If your neck and upper back are safe, then you can do this. If not, I suggest you continue to just lay on the wheel. Then either holding the handlebars or holding onto the wheel, we're going to draw the feet up and come into shoulder stand. You're going to hold here, squeezing through the quads, pressing up through those toes, so squeeze your toes and point your feet. Point your feet, hold, breathe. And then slowly take that right leg and see if you can bring it forward towards the nose as you reach the left leg up, maybe touching the floor, maybe not. Do the other side. And bring it up. And then bend the knees. Grab onto those handlebars. And we're going to roll the wheel, just a little roll. Open the legs, come up, hold onto the handlebars, and lean forward and stretch out with a pancake or wide seated forward fold. Stay here another few breaths. Great. Grabbing onto the two yoga wedges. Bring one on one side. And my puppy is in the way, but we'll just move over not to disturb him. Bring the two wedges right by your hips. Get your feet up onto the wheel. And we're going to go into some core work L6. So you're going to press into these blocks. Lift your bum up. Walk the wheel in so that it's right underneath your calves. Lift your bum up and then squeeze and press out. Bring it in and up. Squeeze, press out. Keep the heels, knees, ankles together. Press up, use your glutes, lift and out. Lift and bring it out. One more, lift, bring it out, and gently setting it down. Remove the blocks, remove one leg. So let's do the right leg first. See if you can lean forward and stretch out through the hamstring. Maybe you can hold on to the handlebars, ease your way forward, and other side. So this wheel, placing your leg up on the wheel like this, changes the angle of the hip, and sometimes you can get a lot more length out of the hamstring. So you want to feel it through that mid hamstring, the middle of your thigh, or back of the leg rather. All right, holding on to the handlebars, lift the chest if you can. Come forward. I like to flex and extend my toes to get a deeper stretch. And release. For the hips, go ahead and switch. We'll take that right leg, bring it out, lifting the chest. See if you can reach under that right leg, grab the handlebars, and kind of roll the wheel a little bit so you feel the tightness in the hip. Lift the chest. And wherever you feel it, if you feel it here we're gonna fold forward. If you feel it here, then you're gonna keep it there, right? So fold forward and see if you can feel that stretch through that outer right thigh. Breathing, relaxing, trying to control your thought patterns. So when something is uncomfortable, all right, we've got to really think about happy thoughts to help change those neural pathways. So we want our brain to think, this is fun, I'm having fun, I love this, I'm enjoying it. So you gotta sometimes trick the mind, right? I'm really tight on my right side. Normally I can get my head all the way down and through, but today not so much. All right, so I like to find that nice sticky spot. I have actually a few today. Hold on to the handlebars, lean forward. Ooh, both sides are nice and tight. So flexibility is one of those things that can come and can go. Different factors, the environment factors, your body, how you're feeling, hormones, the weather, all that stuff can affect it. So just meet yourself where you're at today, no judgment. Letting go of control. Great. Now, we're going to work on some inversion work. So this requires someone who has handstands in their practice or who is working on handstands. This is not for the beginner, right? So if you are a total beginner, then this is where you would pause the video and come back to it another time. So placing the yoga wedges into the wheel, we're going to come up and place the hands a little bit further back, okay? A little bit further back from the wheel. I want you to walk yourself in until the top back of your head finds the wheel. So your gaze would actually be down and through. However, I want you to look up at the top of your eyebrows, right at your thumb or even your base of your hand line, okay? And then back of the head, all right? So it's kind of the top back of the head, not the crown. So we're not doing this. This will jam in the neck. We want to make sure we're here, nice long neck. So if you reach back and touch your neck, there's no wrinkles in the skin there, okay? So from here, I like to bend my arms and see if I can give a little push and find some length, okay? So do the other side, push and find some air and some length in the hamstrings. If the hamstrings are tight, maybe bend both knees and press and lift. So we're just trying to find that little float here, okay? So we can press and come up into a tuck. Here. Now stay in this tuck and press the ground away. And then maybe lift up a tiny bit and down. So we'll go 10, 9, don't go up too much, 8, press into the ground, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the legs, straddle. Hold. Breathe. And then slowly tip from the pelvis up and down. And then see if you can hover, 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 and down. And then go ahead and have a seat. We'll stretch out the wrists. So bring the wrists, palms up. Pull back. Stretch that out. So that's fun. You can keep doing that. Make sure that you're listening to your body. Your neck doesn't hurt. Your wrists don't hurt. That's all good. Shake it out. Take the bar out of the wheel now. Okay. We're gonna do a little forearm massage. So this is great for working out the knots in your arms. So slowly start up here. This is what's called tennis elbow. And roll all the way up into this area and see if you can find any pain spots or anything that has knots. Maybe really, ooh, found a knot. Really mindfully and slowly work over those knots. Come like this. And we're just trying to look for little areas of tension. If you have lotion or oil on your skin, it works a little bit better, or if you have long sleeves on. All right, and we'll do the other side. So I'm just looking for those spots. I'm finding a little bit of tension here in my forearms. A lot of times wrist pain is actually from the elbow or the forearm. So you want to make sure that you spend some time with myofascial massage. You know, every Yoga Pro wheel session, you want to include a little bit of massage, okay, especially if you're doing handstands and things like that. So I've got a little tension up here in this elbow. Although my wrist feels fine, this tells me that I might soon run into a problem if I don't work out this tension here. So you can spend up to, 2-3 minutes doing this on both sides. All right, and I always like to end with a nice massage to the back of the neck. So you take the bar to the head and neck, and we simply roll it up and down. Right up into that atlas C1 vertebrae. Oh, I'm massaging all the way up and down. So I could do this for hours. You can roll like this as well. That feels good. Or just up and down. Just kind of play around with it. Be really gentle, especially anywhere around the bone. You want to make sure that you are massaging through the muscles, not on the bone. And then all the way up in here. If you deal with migraines or anything like that, this is a great release for the fascia, okay, that connective tissue that runs all over our body. Can get really constricted and cause headaches. Oh yeah, all right. So that was your Yoga Pro Wheel class for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember that you can use Beach Yoga Girl for $10 off if you don't have a wheel. You guys have an awesome day. Thanks for watching.